Hello everybody, this is Edward Silva here, and today I am bringing you the start of a series. Now I mentioned it was going to be a mini-series, but it may end up being a longer series depending on the reaction of how this works. So this is going to be known as Discussions of the News. Now the basic gist of it is, basically, I'll take one storyline from the news of the week, a big story, and I'll present to you all the facts that I have presentable, and then after that, I will leave it up to you, the world, to give your thoughts on it, your opinions, if you think the actions were right, justified, or not. Now, this series will probably end up being recorded and posted, although don't count me to it, but will definitely be recorded either on Mondays, Saturdays, or both days depending on the topic. So today's topic, we're going to be discussing the death of Eric Garner in police custody. Okay, now let's begin with where it started. Now, all this started over in Staten Island, near some type of store. Now I forgot what store it was. And it started off with the police approaching him. They basically asked him about people selling loose cigarettes, which are also known as loosies. Now, he was originally placed under arrest for suspicion of selling loose cigarettes, which are also known as loosies. However, before placed in handcuffs, one officer came from behind him and started putting him in a chokehold. Now, after the incident, the police department has admitted that the chokehold technique was against the police protocol here in New York City. Now, currently, the officer that had Eric Garner in the chokehold was stripped both of his guns and his badge, while one of the other officers was placed on desk duty pending investigation. Now, while Eric was in handcuffs, he did mention that he was not breathing. EMS was called. However, when they arrived on scene, no attempt was made to revive him. Instead, all they did was check his pulse, put him on a cart, and put him in the ambulance truck. Now, as of today, all 4 EMS operators have been suspended without pay pending the investigation to see if they are liable in any way for this man's death. Now, I will provide a link in the description of the entire story from the Washington Post, which will also have multiple links to all the videos, all the information that you would need in case you want to know more but aren't sure where to go. Okay, now this is the part where I give off my opinion. Now, in my opinion, let's start off with the part about the police asking him about other people selling loose cigarettes. Now, obviously the officer came in police type clothing and in a police car most likely, so they presented themselves as police officers. So they do get a point there. Now, they probably believe that he was selling loose cigarettes out there, so they did have right to arrest him under suspicion. However, where they went wrong is the chokehold, I believe. Because if you see in the video where he was being arrested and choked, you see that in the slight moment, whether they were saying he was under arrest or not, he did push the hand or the arm of the officer that was questioning him to the side. Now, to the police, to them, that is resisting an officer, which is also known as resisting arrest and all that. So that's how I believe the chokehold ended up happening. Although, again, like I mentioned, the department said that chokehold was against protocol, meaning that it was illegal for them to do that, no matter the size of the person, no matter how strong the person is. That was illegal. And as far as the EMSs, I was surprised that nothing happened on scene when I saw the video. Now again, the link to the story that also provides all the links to the videos will be in the description, if I can make it possible. If not, and for some reason it cannot be linked, it cannot be clicked on, you can go and search it on Google, search Eric Garner, and the link to the story should pop up immediately. Now, having said all that, I believe that though the police were right to arrest him, they were wrong in the protocol that they used to apprehend him, especially after he mentioned that he was unable to breathe. Now, do a lot of people who are guilty end up saying that to try to get the police off their backs? Yes. But if he's repeating it many times and he does look like he's going out, you should have got off him, called EMS, and should have had EMS provide resuscitation on site to see if he can be revived. So in my opinion, so far they have been disciplined, but I do not think that everyone who is involved in it was disciplined enough as of now. I personally would think that the EMSs should probably be suspended indefinitely, considering that they did not provide any help to the victim whatsoever, because he is a victim at this point when he's basically not breathing on the sidewalk. Now the police, again, though they were in the right to arrest him, they were in the wrong in the way they ended up doing, the protocol they ended up using to arrest him. Now this is the part where I leave the discussion to you, America, or to the universe, and give me your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think the officers were completely right of the protocol they used? Do you think the EMSs should have did more? What do you think? Please please watch this video and comment in the comment section below, and also leave a like to this if you would like to see more of these discussions of the news. I will also probably provide my email address to anyone who would like to talk directly to me and give me their opinions, if they're a little afraid to leave their opinions in the comment section, because it can get hectic once a comment is put out in cyberspace. So yeah, So that's today's topic. I hope to do more of these sometime soon. The next one will either be Saturday or Monday, depending on the topic. So until next time, this is Edward Silva, also known as Strike, saying good night, since I am recording at night on this one. Good night, and God bless.